Kick the Chimp Records presents an album 13 years in the making. It's the return of Holtzclaw with their new album, Chili Room, Pussy Room, featuring Dragon Glasses, Chili and Pussy, Rock and Roll Devastation, Strollers, Stay and Watch Willow, 11 makes 10.
11 makes 10.
Sticks Heaven.
Ooh, sticks heaven.
Totally Upside Down Boat.
Totally upside down boat.
And the Red State Update theme song, Tasty Sorghum Biscuit. So get your copy today. Available on iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon, Google Play, Rhapsody, blah, blah, blah. Holtzclaw, Chili Room, Pussy Room. Enter at your own risk.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey,
Hey,
Jackie Bros.
Dunlap.
Yeah?
Podcast time.
Well, yeah.
Are you excited, Jackie? Halloween's in the air.
I like Halloween. I like fall time. Yeah, I like all
Halloween, spooky monsters, and crazy
that.
gremlins.
Well, it used to be good back in the day. It'd just be kids out having fun, giving candy, make a child smile is one of my main priority. But now it's just, y'all know, teenagers are getting crazy, tearing stuff up.
I mean, everybody should feel free to enjoy Halloween in their own way.
Well, nobody needs to tear anything up. It used to be children go out, have fun. Your parents get them home on time, and now it's all night long. Teenage tearing stuff up.
Well, it takes a long time to find the right place to burn.
You ought not be burning nothing. That's the point. Teenagers just go home. It shouldn't be a day an excuse just everybody go crazy and tear stuff up, is what I'm saying.
Well, sometimes people need to vent.
Well, other ways, I don't think you just give it everyone they go crazy. It don't make no sense.
I disagree. So happy Halloween, everybody. And next week we're going to have some special Halloween podcast.
Like days old,
celebration
yeah.
for you.
Good Halloween. Stay in and listen to that as opposed to going out tearing stuff up.
Or you could listen to it in the car while you're riding around saying that place looks like it'll go right up.
Don't set nothing on fire. There's no reason to do that.
Who you going to egg this year, Jackie?
I ain't going to egg nobody. I don't do none of that. I don't have nothing to do with it, no. I turn all the lights out. I don't need because people crazy. There used to be a time where I like to, kids come up, and what are you, Dracula, this, that, or whatever. And now, I turn the lights out. I don't know who's coming up to my door.
You can't live your life in fear, Jackie.
It ain't fear. It's just I don't want nobody I don't want to get hit with an egg. I don't want nothing on fire. That's just like anybody else.
You gonna miss a lot of cute little girls dressed up like Miley Cyrus.
I don't want to see no girl dressed up like that.
Adorable little kids.
Don't want to see it.
Twerking and...
That's why I turn my light out. Don't want none of that on my front porch.
You don't want no twerking on your front porch.
Hell no.
So you turn off all the lights. When I drive around with my car full of toilet paper and eggs and I see somebody whose lights are out, to me, that is like a big bullseye on your house.
Well, you see what happens? Yeah, I hear some rumbling going out on my front porch. You see what you be met with.
Yeah, a cowering old man hiding under the bed back in the bedroom.
You
scared of
go on, keep thinking that, yeah.
5-year-olds dressed like Robin Thicke.
Please spread that rumor around. Let people think that's what they gonna find. Yeah, go on and do that.
You're like the Zimmerman of Halloween. You're just daring people to come up on your porch.
I
and you can
don't
shoot at 'em.
want nobody come up on my porch. That's the point I'm trying to say. I don't want nobody up there. The lights are off. Don't come knocking.
Well, what if it's a hungry little straight urchin?
Well, they can go with a light that's on.
Yeah, I guess they could.
Well,
Regardless, I'm going to egg the fuck out of your house.
I'll watch your mouth, and you ain't gonna do no such thing.
But it's in the spirit of fun
It
Halloween.
ain't no fun for nobody but you. You
Well-
get out there and wash that off your damn house.
This is America, Jackie, and if it's fun for one person and that one person is you are free
Well,
to pursue that policy.
No, I don't think egging somebody's house is free. If the law caught you doing that, you get something to happen to you. They do something, give you a ticket, something like that.
The government shutdown turned out to be fun for Ted Cruz and Ted Cruz only, but he has no regrets.
Well, so be it.
So next week, big Halloween stuff on our podcast.
Well,
Halloween
it'll be
podcast.
it's good for the whole family. Well, I hope so.
Oh yeah, a lot of good sitting around.
I'm gonna tell some old spooky tales I knew my daddy told me, and on and on. We're gonna do stuff like that, just different fun games. Halloween. What you should be doing on Halloween? Sit out there, making someone else's life miserable. Everybody enjoy each other.
So look forward to that.
Yeah.
Next week, Jackie droning on about some 1800s bullshit.
It ain't.
Horseless carriage from the grave.
What?
The kind of story he'll tell.
I ain't gonna tell no story like that. No.
One
You
time
don't know what you don't know what I'm gonna be doing. Don't start mocking it till you know what it is.
killed a hog, and the hog come back as a ghost hog.
No.
I go get my hog through processed bologna and hot dogs, ham from Oscar Mayer.
Well, why can't there be
Carl
no baloney
Buddick.
ghost? Why can't there be that?
Because this is the 21st century.
Well, I don't believe in ghosts, but if you're just telling silly stories, it could be hog haunted or baloney ghost. It don't make no difference which one it is. Baloney, you bite into a bologna sandwich and get the hollering and screaming like a ghost or something. I don't know. You make anything silly like that.
You can make anything scary. Sure, there could be a baloney ghost if I wanted to sit down and think hard enough on it. But I think there's a chance the way you used to live on a farm where you knew the animals and gave them names and washed and bathed them.
Well, that's what you had to do growing up.
Back in the old days, like I think those animals had, I wouldn't say souls, but they had a name, right? You
I'm
always
just
named
saying,
all the hogs you eat.
As all we named every one of them and ate every one of them too. Don't make no difference. But I'm just saying, these stories are just as good for today's use as opposed as years ago. Just change it around, make it baloney, make it whatever. It's the same stories, the same morals.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks to factory farming, I wouldn't even really call a lot of these things that we eat animals. Like, they definitely don't have a soul. They're more like Frankenstein monsters. They're more like Dr. Moreau.
What?
Like tortured things.
What the?
Like your pigs are like Babe in the City. The stuff I eat is just some sort of tortured, miserable
So it ain't
blob of flesh.
It's
like
baloney monster, baloney ghost. However you want to twist
it's
it,
more
you can make
horrific as it's alive instead of after it's dead. I mean, it ain't gonna come back to haunt nobody because when these things die, they are thankful.
Yeah.
But baloney ghost, that'd be pretty good.
I just saying it works. Stories like that works to whatever you want to do it.
You can
Frankenstein, Dracula, Mummy, all them the same. They just dress them up different. That's all it is.
Frankenstein, Dracula, and the Mummy are not the same. Dracula has a castle. He's rich. He comes
Frankenstein
from money.
live in a castle. He just live in the bottom of it. Dracula go wherever he want. Frankenstein in the bottom, in the basement. Is supposed to live in a castle, and that's why one up in the house. One, hanging up from a rafter, one down in the basement. They both still in castle.
What about Mummy? Mummy don't live in no castle.
Mummy live in a tomb. That's what Egypt castle is. Pyramid, whatever. That's what they had. Same thing.
I'll be damned.
All of them living somewhere in there, and they're gonna come get you. That's it. I mean, I ain't putting them down. It's fun. I like old Dracula,
witch?
Frankenstein.
Witch don't live in a castle. Witch is different. Witch live in a haunted house. Or where she got an oven for kids, if you're German.
That's made out of candy house.
Yeah, she lives in a haunted house or a candy
All right,
house.
witch, that's a woman. Woman always got to be different one way or another. That's what they do with that.
You telling me.
Yeah.
Preach on, brother.
Well, that's just how it is. Stories too.
Wolfman, he lives out in the woods. After he turns.
He didn't live out in the woods to start off with. He's a man, lived on a rich estate.
Oh,
Just
he goes
rich,
to
he
the
little rich
castle.
boy, come home and just do whatever he want, like Batman, just like that.
Except he's a Wolfman.
Yeah.
And when he gets to he goes to the castle, and when he gets to the castle, his family tells him the news he's a werewolf.
Something like that, yeah, just about that. As soon as you get to that castle, it's all over with. That's for all of them.
Castles are bad news.
Well,
if you are a monster.
Not knights and King Arthur, stuff like that. They don't. They just live in there.
What if Dracula is just the ghost of King Arthur?
It might be. I don't know. I'm sure all those old stories connected some way or another. Every one of them. They're all the same. They're all connected. They're the same damn story except for witches, which, women got to have their own thing, Let them do. Give them that much, I guess, yeah.
Creature from the Black Lagoon lives in a lagoon.
Well, that's fish, man. That's different. That's years later. That come.
Nobody cares about that.
Nobody.
It's all bullshit, but even
All
at
right.
some point, it just reaches a level where people are like,
Well, that's how I am. I like Halloween time, this time of year, everybody like to watch a scary movie, that sort of thing. That's fine. There's some people just watch that stuff all year long, and it mess you up, make you crazy.
You think horror movie fans are messed up in some way?
There's other stuff in life they should be doing. I don't think it should all be at. If you have an interest in a hobby, that's one thing. But these people that's all they talk about.
Dracula this and Dracula that.
Yeah, Wolfman. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. A little boy pestering you trying to do your work.
Oh, yeah, wearing his Freddy Krueger shirt.
Harry Potter, any of it. Yeah, Freddy Krueger's, that's what the kids like. It's just like Bologna Ghost, same thing. Old
just
story,
new.
just make it new. Yeah, it's either cow, bologna, monster, whatever you want to do it. Same thing. All of it's the same.
Dracula wears a tuxedo,
Yeah.
and Freddy Krueger wears a sweater.
There you go.
But
They
kind of
both
the same.
They both gonna get you one way or the other.
When you keep saying bologna ghost, I want to take a piece of bologna and try to bite a ghost out of it with my teeth.
Give that out for Halloween treat.
Yeah, I guess I could use scissors or an X-Acto knife so that I'm not just putting it all in
Don't
my
put
mouth.
your mouth on stuff you're gonna give children. Yeah.
No, that's a rule.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of. I got a list of about 12 things that's like these are life rules. Like you can argue most things, so that's why I've only got 12. It's just over the years, and I'm gonna add that to it. It's gonna be 13. Don't put your mouth on nothing you're gonna give to children.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
you
good
can't
advice to
argue
everybody.
with
Yeah,
that.
don't matter what time of year it is. But yeah, cut out little ghosts and bologna. That's good as any treat. Some people have to always have candy, but bologna don't rot your teeth out. Yeah.
Nitrates
What?
give you butt cancer.
What the hell are you? What?
That's what hippies say.
Oh hell!
Don't eat a bunch of bologna, you'll get nitrate cancer.
All hippies are. Good Lord.
Take the fun out of everything.
Well, yeah. It's funny on Halloween to see a little kid dressed up like a hippie because they're like mocking them.
Peace.
That makes me laugh. Yeah, when you see like a youngin' dressed up, but in real life, no. Ain't no good come from it. Living that way.
Yes, we better get to our sponsors this week. So that's next week is Halloween.
Yeah, it's going to be
Podcast.
Halloween way it should be, yeah.
We did talk a lot about Halloween just now.
Yeah.
So you
Well, it's that time of year.
sort of a prequel.
Well, that's my sponsor right here. I got.
Oh, you got a Halloween sponsor already?
Well, they don't want to be connected. It's something to do on Halloween. What it is they gave me $25, and I don't know, you know West Dunlap, his church, Third Pentecostal Church of Holiness God.
Oh, them Pentecostal holiness. I get them all mixed up. There's so many of them.
Well, there's a bunch of them, but this one's in the block building. You know, they used to sell refurbished washing machines. That's where they meet on. Yeah, it's that place. Yeah.
Do they still sell the washing machines and have the church there?
Different hours, yeah, something like that. I don't know how. I don't go to church here. I just know somebody from the congregation. They give me $25 while I'm doing it. And you know, a lot of these churches all over the place, don't like Halloween. You know,
really?
Some people, I don't see no harm in it.
Some churches, depending on how conservative or how hardcore they are, think Halloween's of the devil.
That's right. They think it's the devil. Yeah.
Spirits and evil things instead of the love of Jesus Christ coming into your heart.
Well, yeah, I personally think kids should be more focused on a good book than dressing up. But that's the reason you give them one night to be all crazy and dress up and act funny. Rest of the time, you know, focus on the real world. That's
People
fine.
need to vent.
I don't have a problem with Halloween. Like I said, it turned into teenagers tearing stuff up. I ain't got no problem with it, but the Third Pentecostal Church of Holiness God, they think it's from the devil.
So they're doing a Halloween. Why are they doing Halloween celebration when they hate Halloween?
Well, they do giving you alternative is what it is. It's they have a lock-in, and this alternative Halloween is things you can do that's Halloween-like, but it ain't Halloween.
Wait, where they having a church lock-in where all the kids in the church come, they lock you in the church overnight, and it's like a sleepover. But in that building with the washing machines?
It's in that building now.
That
it's
building
right in
is
there.
like, that's...
Well, this is to give them something to do. Obviously, you can't go out in Halloween because you go straight to hell. That's what it is. You know, Halloween for these people's up there with blasphemy and women that cut the hair. You know, it ain't no good. You can't have it in this church.
Do they let them wear costumes?
What? Let them wear costumes? The women can't even wear pants. What the hell are you talking about? No. Well, let me read what they're doing there. They do your Jesus pumpkin.
Well, what is a Jesus pumpkin?
I don't know. I think it's like just regular jack-o'-lantern, but they don't call it that. They call it Jesus pumpkin.
Why do they? I thought they didn't want carved ghosts and mean faces on
If it don't look like it to them, I don't know.
So it ain't a scary pumpkin.
It's a Jesus pumpkin. It's what it says it is here. They also going to be bobbing for the Holy Ghost.
What is it, like apple?
No, ain't no apples. They put your face down in the water, and you get that Holy Spirit running through you, start speaking in tongues, the bubbles popping up and everything else.
So everybody sticks their face in the water and they pray over you, and whoever gets
they get around you. Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah, bobbing for the Holy Ghost.
That'd be a show right there.
Well, yeah, if you don't want to, if this is alternative to Halloween, go do this. Although they do go trick-or-treating before they go into the lock-in. There's that.
They take them around trick-or-treat. They don't have costumes.
Well, they don't have costumes, that's right, but they take them all to the homes of people who go to the church. So every time you go trick-or-treat, they tell them little kids they going to hell.
Oh, they learn.
They learn that way. If you do that, go to 5, 6 houses like that, yeah.
You're going to get it beat into your head. Every time they knock on the door and say trick-or-treat, you going to hell, little child.
Yeah.
You will learn.
They'll learn not to
if
this is what trick-or-treating is, I don't want to have nothing to do with it.
Huh.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Can they eat candy?
Well, hell yeah, they can eat candy. You seen the size of some of them youngins.
Oh, yeah, big ones.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a sponsor for, it's not Halloween night. It's just a lock-in on Halloween for an alternative to what goes on now. To go to the Third Pentecostal Church and Holiness God.
That's in the refurbished washing machine building.
Yeah.
How they fit all them kids, all them washing machines, and a full band in that little block building is beyond me.
Well, they push them washing machines together all the way down at the end, and that's like a stage band up on top of it.
Oh, they get up on top of the washing machines and they play. Okay. Because them in bands, they rock out. They wouldn't want to hear it. They wouldn't want me to put it like that.
No, they wouldn't. Don't say that, yeah. There's some good music out there, some toe tapping stuff, yeah, but all the hollering stuff. But it ain't, I ain't saying Halloween is the sponsor. Halloween's fine if you just take your children out, get a little bit of candy, go home, let them dress up, Spider-Man, whatever it is, and then that's fine with me. I ain't got a problem with that. But if you do, now you know where to go. Take your youngin' down to Third Pentecostal
Church of
Holiness God. Yeah,
that's not the Third Holiness Church of Pentecostal God. That's something different.
That's a different one. That one's in the furniture store.
Oh, the big furniture warehouse in the back.
Yeah.
That's right. I dated a girl who went there for a little while.
Man.
I had to go there. Scary. Talk about Halloween scaring you. Go to Holiness Church and tell me you ain't scared out of your mind.
Hey.
They start.
All right. You ain't got to sit there and run them down.
I ain't running them down. It's like I went to, on a safari and I seen a zebra, and I'm going to tell you about it.
Well, all right.
They jump. They noises like you had never heard before coming out of little old ladies. Then they fall down and they writhing on the floor. And this is whatever you believe. This is America.
They got the right to do that.
I'm
always been. It ain't the most comfortable thing to be around. You have to think that these grown adults have accepted the Spirit. That's the Spirit of God moving through it. Now I think I've had Spirit of God move through me in my lifetime, but it ain't ever thrown me down on the floor screaming and hollering.
Now, that just means you ain't saved.
What the hell you
You
mean
going
it
to
ain't
hell.
saved?
You
Now,
ain't
that's
been
what
saved.
that's what they may believe, and that's fine. And you know that ain't no. I ain't gonna get into
You're
it.
going to lose all the holiness business in your store.
I'm just
If they
saying
hear this.
it's to each his own. I'm saying if that's what they gotta do, then so be it. Let them do it. I ain't got to do that. I can go fishing and feel Lord's presence through me. I'd be out on nature, just be out there.
Just relax, watch TV, feel God. Eat a bologna sandwich, ghost bologna, and just like God going through me. What you're doing, Jackie, is taking an easy way out.
Oh, hell, I ain't getting in
Let me just do the
All
stuff
right.
I like to do normal, and I'll say I feel God through me.
I don't-
These crazy sons of bitches,
Hey.
they at least put some effort into it. They get on the floor. They're flopping around. They get some exercise. They speak in tongues. They humiliate
and all
themselves.
power to them. That's fine. But I can do it my way. They can do it their way.
Well, your
Whoever's
way
lazy,
is
all
like-
right, fine. I'm lazy. Lazy for the Lord. Fine.
Now, I'll go to Cracker Barrel and eat me a bunch of catfish and celebrate Jesus' love that way.
All right.
And these people are in a drafty block building with a cement floor and rats scampering around.
If that's
No
what
insulation.
if that's what they want to do, then so be it. That's fine. I ain't got a problem with that.
I'm just saying, God, when
I
you
don't
get
think
to
I have
heaven,
to go through all that effort, my belief, for the Lord to love me any more or less than them.
Well, that's your belief.
Well, it is.
We'll see when everybody's standing around the pearly gates and God's looking at the list of what you did.
If you were God in heaven right now, who would you rather be spend time with me? Me on a boat fishing or one of them people flopping around like a damn fish?
Well, on a boat, but, I mean, you have to give him some points for effort.
Well, let the good Lord sort it all out.
So that's Third Pentecostal Church of Holiness God.
It's my sponsor, I say it. Third
Right.
Pentecostal Church of Holiness God. I just said it's my sponsor.
They right off the
evening.
square.
If you want an anti-Halloween evening and do a little singing and praising, feel the Holy Spirit, that's where you need to go. Off the square, in the store, sells they're not a sponsor, so I ain't supposed to say their name.
I think the preacher is the one that owns that shop.
Well, why wouldn't he want me to say it on here? They said just say the store with the maybe that's the name of it. I don't know. Refurbished washing machines. That's where it's at.
Maybe he's ashamed.
Why would you? That's a legitimate business. Ain't nothing to be ashamed with.
Now
about.
of the church part.
Well,
I got a sponsor this week, Jackie. I think you're going to like it.
good.
I may need to do a little recap here. If you haven't heard our last several podcasts, Jackie brought in a sponsor, Snakeheads, run by Don Jekyll off the square. Where
That's
he
a
sells
legitimate
snake
business.
heads.
Yes, that was a real sponsor I had on here. Yeah.
You can dress up the snake heads, use it as an ashtray. Lots of uses for snake heads. His son, Don Jekyll Jr., started a business. My friend.
That ain't no business. He stole merchandise from his father and sold it out of his bathtub. That ain't a business. That's not business. That's criminal behavior.
So that snakehead's too.
No, it is not.
But Don Jekyll Jr. had to go away to rehab/prison.
Yeah.
And in his absence, the girl he was seeing, Dottie Geyser, started Snakeheads 3.
No, she did not. She just took things out of the bathtub, put it in a purse. That's all she did. Just stealing from a thief. It just starts there and it goes downhill from there.
And then Snakeheads 4 was Dottie Geyser's son, Truck Jekyll. We don't know if it's really Don Jekyll Jr.'s son or
bringing
not.
up that child on here? That child got enough trouble on his own.
He was
Ain't
selling
no reason
snake
to bring-
heads, which was really just paper he chewed up and molded into the shape of a snake head so he could get money to eat lunch when they took a field trip in special school to Cumberland Science Museum. That was Snakeheads 4.
No, it was not.
Well, Jackie, good news. Don Jekyll Jr. has been released from rehab/prison.
Well, good for him. I hope he got his life on track now.
Oh, he sure does, because he is an upstanding member of the small business community here in Murfreesboro with Original Snakeheads back in operation. If you've been thinking, oh,
What do you mean original snakeheads?
hey, Snakeheads 2 is back.
No, it's 2. It can't be original if it's 2, and even if it was 2, it ain't 2 because it ain't real.
Well, he did some market research, and he was like, Snakeheads 3, Snakeheads 4. There's just too many Snakeheads. I need to do some rebranding.
What?
So I'm going back so that you know this is original Snakeheads.
No, it ain't original snakeheads. His daddy has snakeheads off the square. That's the only one there is. Ain't no original, ain't no 2, ain't no 4, ain't nothing. Ain't but one. Don Jekyll Snakehead off a square. Every kind of snakehead you want. And it's a legitimate business. He didn't steal the merchandise
As far as I
to
know,
sell. No, he did not. He goes out and kills every one of those damn snakes himself.
as far as I know, Don Jekyll Jr.'s father, who did not call or visit as Don Jekyll Jr., was in prison rehab.
Why would you? Why would you? Boy, run you down that many times, steal from you. I mean, there's a point where you got to grow up and learn on your own.
Well, I would say with the launch of Original Snakeheads, which is still in a bathtub, but he had to get a new place.
Oh,
In his absence, Dottie didn't really. He gave her some money for rent.
why are you running this man's family down
Look,
on here? Why have you got to talk about these
I'm
people's
just telling
personal
it like these are
issues?
my
It ain't
friends.
nobody's business, and it ain't no reason to talk about it because it ain't no sponsor, because it ain't no business. It's not a legitimate business. It is people. It's a family that is taking a horrible turn, and it gets worse and worse, and you run them down and you mock them by talking about them on here.
All right, let's not get into the personal stuff. Although
Let
me just recap personal stuff by saying
Ow.
I was kind of seeing Dottie while Don Jekyll Jr.
Oh, hell, I don't care. I don't care who either one of you see.
And I'll tell you, I'm relieved that he's out because she is a handful. So he's at Oakdale Apartments, number 23A.
No, he ain't. Whether
right off
he's
the
there or not,
square.
there ain't no reason to go over there.
He go to his bathtub. That's where he's got all the snakeheads.
If you want a snakehead, you go to one place and one place only. You don't have to
Original
worry about
snakehead.
drug addicts. You don't have to worry about messed up children, bless his heart, but still sometimes you don't want to be around that. You ain't got to worry about women who are known drug addict roaming the street. These are not things I want to have to deal with when I go to purchase a snakehead. None of those things. I don't want no drug addict. I don't want no, bless his heart, I love that child to death, and I hope he's okay, but there's sometimes I just want to get a snakehead and not have to deal with that. And I don't want to buy no watered-up paper anybody put in the mouth. You go to Don Jekyll Snakeheads off a square. That's the only place to buy a snakehead. That's it. Original, that's it.
Why would you go there when you go to original snakehead?
Oh, hell, there ain't no original snakehead.
I want the original. When I want a snakehead, I want the original snakehead.
All right, enough. I ain't gonna listen to this anymore.
Now, it may not have been the first. Technically, it may not even be the original snakeheads. But is it Don Jekyll Jr.'s fault that his daddy don't understand public relations and the importance of branding?
Enough.
In this day and age? Now, look, if I were Don Jekyll Sr., I'd think about maybe Snakehead's Classic. That's free. I'm just throwing that out there.
I ain't saying anything else. Just sit there and just get it out of your system because I'm sick of it.
Well, original Snakeheads is back then, everybody. It's Oakdale Apartments, 23A.
No, it ain't. That's somebody's apartment. He's selling stolen merchandise out of his bathtub. You want to go to jail, go there. You want a snakehead, you go Don Jekyll Snakehead off the square. That's all I got to say about it.
Your definition of stolen is it's making people think he broke into the store and took out loads of snakeheads, which has happened before. But this batch was a guy showed up because when Don Jekyll Sr. gets a big batch of snakeheads, he sends them off. When he's killed a bunch of snakes, he's got to send them off to be taxidermied in bulk. So the guy showed up, and he's like, "Is your daddy around?" Don Jekyll Jr. said no, but he told me to go ahead and sign for that.
That is a lie. I think it's a lie. He would never tell that boy to sign anything for him because he knows it's bad news. Now, if he just got out of rehab, prison, whatever, and if he's clean, he don't need to be selling stolen merchandise. He needs to get on the right track, maybe go down there, stay clean, sober, work for his daddy.
They don't get along.
Well, I know that ain't going to happen, but still, either way, do something besides going back to your old ways. That just lets me know right there, ain't no hope for him.
Look, Jackie, everybody's going to start somewhere. And maybe this is not the most savory of stories for your small town mindset.
Oh, hell.
But think about Jay-Z. He got started, slinging that dope.
Who?
And now look at him. Look at all
What
the
are
good
you talking
Jay-Z
about?
has done for society.
I don't know any of that, slinging this or that. I don't know nothing about it. So I ain't got nothing to do with no snakeheads.
He's honest about it. You'd be like, Jay-Z, don't get on there telling that. Nobody wants to hear them stories, bad stories. And that's like who he is.
I don't want to hear him. I don't know who it
embraces
is, and I don't want to hear it.
It gives the listener something to identify with. Like, I'm down on my luck. But
right.
if I did a few illegal things, maybe I could get back on my feet.
Enough.
And then I could marry Beyonce.
Who?
So that is original Snakeheads, original off the square, Oakdale Apartments 23A.
Enough.
It may be 24A, but whichever one it is, if you ring up the wrong one, they'll say, "Oh no, Don's next door."
Go
and
on.
I forget, I can't remember which one it is, but Pinky lives there,
What?
and he's a good. If you're looking for a little smoke.
All right, enough. Don't tell people where to buy drugs or illegal merchandise on here anymore. I don't want to be affiliated with it.
Listen, this is funny. Don Jekyll Jr. didn't even know that's where Pinky lived now when he moved there. And he's like, this is a coincidence. This is convenient, right, Pinky?
I wasn't going anywhere near that apartment building.
And it's not the best apartment building.
No, it is not.
If you're looking for a safe place to live, don't go to Oakdale
Hell
Apartments.
no. No.
But if you are looking for smoke or snakeheads,
you ain't going to have no enough. Enough. I'll get up and walk out of here.
man, you run down. First you run down to Pentecostal.
I didn't run them down. You run them down.
And then you kind of run them down, Jackie. You were like scoffing.
I don't jump around scream and holler. If they want to do that, they're welcome to. They're my sponsor. That's how they behave. Everybody knows that, and so be it.
I think
if I sit there and said, they jump up, down, holler, and scream, what they're going to say? Oh, no, we don't do that. They know damn well what to do.
I don't think they would call it.
I know it, but they know they would just say, well, when the Lord Spirit gets in you, that's what, that I know what they're going to say. Hell. And that's fine. If that's how they worship, that's fine. I didn't run them down. I don't worship that way.
You know who else did something crazy this week, Jackie?
Oh, ho.
That stenographer in the Congress.
Oh, yeah, I heard
kinda
something
had
about that. Yeah,
She kind of had a breakdown after all this. Was saying, what did she say? She said that
something about
she preached a little bit, got up to the microphone, said God's gonna get everybody. Then the Freemasons.
Freemasons. You can't have two masters. She
Can't
said
have two masters. That's true. That's good advice.
Yeah, you can't have two. You got to pick one. Yeah.
Bob Dylan said that.
Yes, sir. Well, I don't know all he said, but
You got to serve somebody. When Bob Dylan went Christian,
well, he didn't go Christian. He went high.
you know what? He was ahead of his time, because if Bob Dylan come out Christian today, he could sell a lot more tickets, because he'd be on that Tea Party train.
Well,
He'd be like the Ted Cruz of classic rock.
he could be. Yeah.
Get some of that Sarah Palin money. He messed up. He shouldn't have done it in 1979. He should have done it now, today. He should think about doing it now, because do you even care about Bob Dylan, Jackie?
I never cared too much. It don't sound good to me. You've been around forever. I don't know why. I mean hippie. Yeah.
Recent stuff sound like Halloween, sound like a monster.
Yeah.
Sound like a monster with like a Dixieland band behind it.
Well, that all I can do is listen to it one time a year. If I want to listen to that, listen to Halloween night. That's it.
Yeah,
I
it's a
wouldn't
good
listen to it.
time to
I
listen
wouldn't listen
to
to
it.
him any other time.
And actually, when I say a monster fronting a Dixieland band, that sounds better than what it actually sounds like. I mean, that sounds fun. I'd go see that, but not what. It's not.
They got that Disneyland stuff like that.
Yeah.
Monster singing Dixieland. That's in the haunted house, whatever they have. You can go see that at a ride, something like that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun for kids.
Yeah.
So the Freemasons. She said you can't serve two masters, and
Yeah.
And I don't blame her for going crazy. If I had to write down everything them sons of bitches said, I mean, you're writing crazy stuff every day.
That make anybody crazy. You sit there, I can't.
That's your job.
That's the worst job anybody could have. Anybody lose their damn mind.
If your job is to write Japanese all day, you're eventually going to start thinking in Japanese.
Yeah.
So this poor woman, I mean, we owe her. This country owes her.
Well,
Now, she's like a veteran, lost a leg or something. I mean, in service to her country, she is disabled now.
it blew out a gasket. Something happened, yeah. Well, she wrote somebody on Fox News. She sent a letter to them. You know, everybody wondered what the hell was going on. She
Right.
said something that Angel talking to her, this and that.
Angel talking to her.
Something like that. I didn't read it all. Just, had it on Fox.
Did that just explain it to Fox? I mean, were they like, oh, okay. Because they
Well,
have people
Gretchen
on
Carlson would be, she'd understand, yeah.
there. They have people that have died and gone to heaven on Fox a lot.
Yeah, that on the morning show, Fox Friends, they did that for 2 or 3 months, something like that.
So they were probably like, oh, okay.
I guess that's the way you tell you to go as soon as you come back.
How would they have even figured out that letter Fox News received where somebody said the angels were talking to him was even connected to a current news? They must get thousands of those.
Well,
How did they go, oh, this is connected to that woman? I mean, somebody's job there is just to sit and read crazy letters.
they're about to go crazy too then.
There so many. See, that's the thing you don't think about. That if once you get in the crazy business of like writing down stuff crazy people are saying, or reading the letters they send to a place they identify with, like it's infectious.
Well, why do you think people go crazy? It shoot up schools and this and that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, everybody in this country kind of went crazy during this shutdown. Everybody was sick of hearing that.
Yeah, well, yeah. It was right. They voted to open it back up, and this woman, bless her heart, she didn't shoot nobody. I didn't mean to put her in cahoots with those people. I'm just saying people go crazy. But, yeah.
If I had to hear one more story about the shutdown, I'm just like, not even following. I'm half paying attention to it. This woman had to write down everything anybody said about it, going back and forth, blaming each other. Crazy. No wonder. Oh, I can't even imagine it.
Yeah.
It ain't even like watching the news. Like if you watch the news 24 hours a day during that shutdown shit, you'd go crazy too.
But you
they
get up
just
and turn it off.
You
get
can
up and
turn it
that,
off.
turn
You
that
can get
damn
a
thing off.
sandwich, and they just show the highlights. She had to write even the boring stuff.
Every single bit of that mess.
But government's back in business, Jackie.
Well, guess old Obamacare is doing just great.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because a month ago we were going to war with Syria.
Yeah.
And now I guess Syria is okay.
Everybody, they just said we won't put that on nobody no more. And they said, all right.
Now
we just kill them old-fashioned way. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Which I agree with. Yeah, go back to that chemical weapon stuff. That's nasty. But they said they quit doing that. So, yeah.
And then it was shut down. It was all shut down for a month.
Yeah.
Now, all we're going to hear about is Obamacare. They couldn't talk too much about actually talk about Obamacare. They had to talk about Obamacare in the abstract as the shutdown was going on. Now we're going to really delve into it.
See how horrible it is. Now everybody's going to see is what's going on. Yeah. Because it says what happens right now. Anybody try to get on there on Obamacare, your computer breaks, shuts down.
Like a virus.
Tears them up. And that's what I want to know right here. If you can afford a $3,000, $4,000 computer, then why the hell are you trying to get Obamacare? I thought that's for poor people.
Computers.
I don't understand that. And another thing is you try to, so if you're poor and that's the only good thing you got, Obama's going to take it out. You try to sign up on Obamacare and the computer breaks down.
Computers are not $3,000.
And then you got to take that computer to go get a new one, trade it in, whatever it is, you go get it fixed. There's money for that. I don't understand it. But everybody, so far everybody's got these computers get on there and want their Obamacare, and their computer breaks down, the virus gets it, whatever. I say you deserve it. If you that stupid, that's what you get. Sign up for Obamacare. Do it.
So you're saying that Obamacare, if you just get on the computer, just even look into it, which it is the law of the land.
Well,
it's a law, Jackie. I don't know if you heard that.
I guess it's a law for everybody to get their computer zapped, whatever it is it's doing to it. Guess that's the law now.
Well, I guess people at Best Buy, where they fix your computers, I guess they're getting a lot of money.
Raking it in, yeah.
But computers they're not $3,000 or $4,000.
Well, how much? Oh, no, it ain't cheap. I wouldn't have one. Well, I wouldn't pay $2 for one. Don't need it. I'm safe. I ain't got a computer. Obamacare ain't gonna get me. It's my generation that may live through this. Y'all get so dependent on governments, dependent on this stuff, and when it lets you down like it's doing now, y'all won't know what to do. Be running around, what we gonna do? Obama let us down. Don't come running up on my porch. Stay off it.
Why do you think everybody's gonna come up on your porch?
I'm just saying, the only people be left knowing what the hell to do, how to live in this world. Don't come asking me for no advice.
You are porch paranoid.
Well,
no wonder you hate Halloween.
I don't hate Halloween.
You do not want anyone on your porch at Halloween.
I got candy at the store during the day. Kids come up, nah, what are you? Dracula, mom, whatever it is they are.
Do you see a lot of Draculas these days? Kids dressed as Draculas?
It used to be years ago. Now it ain't like that no more. That old Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, right.
That's the most popular thing it was. Everybody had that big hair and the long red cape, whatever it was. I never did see it, movie, but whatever. Kids love that Bram Stoker's Dracula. That's what they loved. And it's kind of petered out because Iron Man, things like that, kids like.
Superman. I wonder if a lot of kids will be dressed as Superman this year.
Well,
like a movie Superman.
Oh, well. I didn't care for that. suit. I mean, the outfit looks the same more or less.
Just
How would you know?
snapping each other's necks.
Well, pitiful.
I'll let me pretend to kill you, and then you pretend to kill me.
That's what it is.
But see, it wasn't like that with Bram Stoker's Dracula. That was just harmless fun.
Well, I don't know. I got tired of it. Got tired of looking at it. Every kid had to be it. And back in that, I still, kept the light on, too. So you see them all day at work. Then at night,
Here they come.
here they come. All of them. I knew what they were. There's old Bram Stoker's Dracula again. But that's kind of passed on, like I said, like Iron Man, Batman, all that stuff.
Maybe this year it'll be a bunch of Ted Cruz's and John Boehners.
What?
I don't know how you do Ted Cruz. I guess Boehner, you can be orange, have a cigarette.
Yeah.
But then you might just look like George Hamilton. I don't know if he smokes.
And not anymore.
That's true.
I know no kid want to be either one of them.
I'm just glad the government's back. Can you tell a difference, really, though?
I can't tell no difference.
I mean, I know these people that work for the government and got punished by
Oh, yeah.
they couldn't go to work or get paid. But, I mean, we ain't forcing you to work for the government.
I didn't tell nobody to work for a government.
You made a choice at some point. Veterans trying to go see the things, the veteran monuments, that's bad.
Well, yeah.
But that was Obama doing that.
Well, yeah. Not unless I get Obamacare. If I get Obamacare, y'all can go lay your wreath down. Pitiful. I won't tear up everybody's computer in this country. Everybody's stupid enough to get on one of those damn things. Sign up for Obamacare. Tear it up. That's what the world is now. Just broken. Everything broken.
I heard that there's people who now their monthly premium is going to be $90,000 a month.
Jeez, oh Lord Almighty.
With a higher deductible.
Good Lord Almighty.
And that's just one story, Jackie. There's hundreds more like it.
That plus got to get a new computer on top of it.
How's anybody going to afford that?
I don't know.
It's like they didn't think about it. It's like, I can do this, so I'll just do it.
Yep.
I don't know what. Somebody should have said maybe we should postpone it for a year. Fix it. Let us Republicans get in under there and fix it.
Well, offer to help him fix it. Oh, I want it broken. I want just like this.
It don't make any sense. When you got people like Ted Cruz, they're offering to get under the hood of Obamacare
Yeah.
and make it purr like a kitten. And you're like, no, you know what? I'd rather drive it into town with the smoking and the engine knocking and the wheels bent in. Look like Archie's car.
Yep.
They should call it Archie's Car Care.
Well, I don't know what everybody gonna know what that means. but still.
Jalopy Care. Archie's Jalopy Care.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Because he used to drive that car that Archie in the comic books.
I know what Archie is, yeah.
He drove that car, piece of shit.
All right.
All he could afford. Poor.
Well, he'd want Obamacare, wouldn't he?
Yeah, Archie's always looking for a handout.
Yep. Gonna be a lot poorer when it's over with. That's how prideful that man is. Just prideful. Here, got something going on wrong under the hood. Let me give you a hand. No! Don't you touch my car. I like my car just the way it is.
He's like somebody drive through Mayberry trying to, like, oh, I'm smarter than everybody in Mayberry.
Yep.
And Andy Griffith's like, well, okay. And then at the end, Andy has to help him. But Andy lets him learn the lesson. So right now, we all got to learn the lesson.
Yeah.
That's
Ted Cruz doing him a favor. Craig Cruz, is everybody mad at him? He was trying to say, look, I don't want you to look this bad. This is the United States government. We do not need to go down this road and look this ridiculous.
Ted Cruz like Barney. Barney's
Right.
like,
Let's stop it. Let's
stop it in the track. But Andy knows you got to let this person make a fool of himself.
Yeah.
And probably wind up in jail. Or
Yeah.
what they call jail in Mayberry.
Whatever that wasn't jail, you know.
No. They ain't run it like
No.
that. I'm not knocking Andy Griffith. I'm just saying they could have run that jail bad, like a real jail. I mean, I know you're in a nice
Everything
small
about
town.
that show was great, but that's one part that's ridiculous. You know.
Somebody should have got Otis some help.
Yeah. Said just let him
But
come
Andy,
and go.
like, he's got to learn on his own.
Well, he ain't learning nothing if you just let him come in there and lay down and leave when he wants.
He might learn something and then forget it after he gets blackout drunk.
Yeah. That's
You
what it
can't-
was.
Learn something every day and then drink till you.
Well, years
Pass
later,
out.
remember, years later, though, they fixed it because he run an ice cream truck, something like that. He was sober.
Yeah, you couldn't do alcoholic jokes in the 80s.
No.
Had to get serious, like when Tom Hanks went on Family Ties.
Yeah, I didn't watch that, but
So I guess we're in the Andy Griffith phase of Obamacare. We tried the Barney approach. That didn't work. Now this country's got to learn its lesson.
yeah.
Broke computers, $90,000 premiums. And at the end of the day, we may look to the Republicans and be like, why didn't you couldn't you have? And they'll just say, no, you had to learn.
Be just like Andy, yeah. That's the kind of Republican Party, sadly. You know, I from my old days, that's what I like. That's what Reagan would have done, right?
Reagan just like Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
You had to learn. Country had to learn. And we learned. And
We
then,
did, yeah.
And at the end, we learned a good lesson together.
We're still learning it. Still learning that lesson Reagan taught us, teaching us.
But he's just not around to say you had to learn.
Right. Yeah. Well, neither is Andy Griffith. But
Eventually, like, people stop. You kind of have to give up on people learning anything.
Yeah.
On Andy Griffith's show, 30 minutes at the end of it, they learned a lesson. Except
yeah.
for Otis and Barney.
Yeah.
A lot of fucked up people on that
All
show.
right, watch your mouth.
But the people, Yankee coming through, know it all, and on his car, he learned a lesson, and he went on and he changed his life for better for having gone through Mayberry.
Yeah.
But I guess we're more in the crazy regulars phase of this because we don't seem to learn the lesson Reagan tried to teach us.
Nope.
Reagan, Andy Griffith.
Nope.
We may be torturing this metaphor. Torture's pretty cool, though. We all decided that, right?
Well, yeah. That in itself, I mean, for a good cause,
For a
yeah.
good cause.
For a good cause, yeah.
I mean, Obama was kind of like, no, but
Torture, here's the difference. See, torture's you just do it to that one fella who did the stuff or knows the stuff that you need to know. Droning, which is what Obama likes, he gets that one guy, but he kills a bunch of children, too. Granted, children that would probably have grown up to be terrorists, but still.
well, you can't know that.
That's what I'm saying. You
Here's the
don't know.
thing. Like, if it was a Republican doing it, yes, those children would grow up to be terrorists.
Absolutely, yeah.
With Obama, I just don't trust him enough that he's making the right decision on which children to kill.
That's what I was saying, yeah. That's it right there.
Like, Bush, okay, he probably got all the bad children. But I don't know about Obama. He could be getting some good ones.
I don't trust him, yeah.
Don't trust him as far as I could throw him.
No, sir.
Probably can't even make a joke about that.
I bet.
Throw in the president.
You wait, you'll hear it now.
I just don't understand these days.
I don't either.
But I know Reagan and Andy Griffith are up in heaven watching us learn our lessons. Laughing and laughing.
Yeah, arm in arm, yeah.
Don Knotts up there, too, just mugging. They getting tired of it, probably, by this point.
Well, I don't know about that. I still like it.
Well, it's funny.
I watch it.
I watch it, too. I've seen them all.
Me too. I still watch them. Oh, I still like it.
Sometimes one comes on like, I've never seen this. And then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, is that one scene? Yeah. Good show.
Good show, real good show.
Good show. I like that show, Bill.
Well, we like Andy Griffith. So, thanks for listening to the podcast this week. Get on iTunes and rate it.
Review it. Yeah, it's supposed to help us somehow. I don't know
if you still got a computer.
If your computer's working, I don't know. I don't
that
think
explains it. We're looking at our podcast numbers. We're like, are these going down, or are people not listening as much?
I would hope not many of our listeners was signing up for Obamacare.
But that may be it. People, or maybe they share a house, like their wife.
Got on there. I just want to see what it's like.
What it
is, and then. That's our numbers going down now.
So we just wanted. That's why people all over are losing their computers.
Losing the computer. Everything's going to go down. More of this Obamacare
all the
rolls
numbers.
out. Every number there is
going down.
Down. You wait and see.
So if you still got a computer and you tell your friends that ain't going to sign up for Obamacare about our podcast and rate it and review it. If you still got a computer, pass it around.
Yeah. And be sure pass it around next week because we're going to do our special. We ain't going to be able to do anything as scary as Obamacare, but we'll do our best. We say happy Halloween.
I thought that was a good ending.
I'm sorry. We say happy Halloween next week. Not yet.
Well, we can say it. Maybe somebody be listening to this on Halloween.
All right, here we go.
Happy Halloween!
Yeah.
Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah.